What's up, guys? We're back here. Back at it like a crack at it. Poor choice of words, I'm sorry. But we're back at it, and we're here again, and
It's 11:35 at night, and we're recording.
for you guys, because we care that much.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm shit-ass tired, and
I'm wired up. I
why
drank
am I
a Celsius.
I went to Sahara Sands today, and everybody know how water gets you tired.
That
By the way,
water.
Ew. Don't like Sahara Sands. Sorry. Maybe if I was a kid, I would enjoy it a lot more because I wouldn't be thinking about so much things. But as a grown-up, as a parent,
It was ratchet.
it's not
Ratchet people?
It's not the ratchet stuff. It's the public water stuff that bothers me so
They're
much.
probably not really cleaning it.
Walking up to the place, we smell the chlorine in the parking lot.
That's too much. That's way too much chlorine.
That is disgusting.
They're killing our kids out there.
It's disgusting.
We're letting them.
Nah, I mean, I don't want Sahara Sands to come out here and sue us for the $5 I have in my bank account. But, nah, man, I don't know. I felt icky getting in the water and stuff like that. But, I mean, kids had a good time. That's all that matters. Who gives a shit, right? We did way worse shit as kids. Look at us here.
Yep. I drank water out of my hose in my backyard all the time.
And he drank our dog's pee one time, too.
Probably didn't have a dog that long to even taste the piss, but anyway.
Oh, that's disgusting. So we did have a dog that long. You would have tasted piss.
Not intentionally, but.
So you would just put your mouth down there by mistake?
First of all, I ain't
What
put
the
my mouth down
fuck?
there. It's a
Oh my
joke,
God,
man.
man.
Come on.
All right, man.
Anyway,
we here,
man.
y'all.
Yeah, we here. I was down KOP today. I was doing a meet and greet, signing autographs for my fans and stuff. And my mom showed
active.
up. That's about it.
We're getting active.
Nah, but yeah, I was down there shopping and stuff for the summer for the family. Having a good day. I hope everybody had a blessed day as well.
Yeah, we don't got no shout outs this week. Y'all stop talking to us.
Mhm.
we don't.
I
be
mean,
getting
shout
any
out. You
comments.
know what? I got a shout out. Shout out to all my vets out there, man, who served our country because it is Memorial Weekend,
God.
Monday coming. So I want to give a special
Straight
shout
banger.
out to my boy Drew Bullseye. Andrew, I love you, brother, and thank you for what you do for our country. Anybody else that served, my close friends, thank you for serving as well. Even if it's local within the police department, the correction department, to my team that that was out there with me, and I was out there with you guys for the time being. Shout out to all you guys making the earth a better place, and may God protect you all out there.
And yeah, let's not forget what this weekend is all about.
Mm-hmm.
Not just about beer and loud music, if you know what I mean. But
About the vets and people who
let's
serve.
go, man. This episode, let's talk about it. This episode this week is going to be about loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can relate to that. Everybody feels lonely once in a while. They feel that lonely piece in them. Feel that lonely, I guess, cloud that surrounds them, Everybody feels it. Everybody hates it.
I know who definitely feels it. You know who feels it?
No, I don't. He couldn't wait for that.
I have nobody.
He couldn't wait.
On my own. Akon, man.
I'm sorry, guys.
Hey, if y'all lonely out there, man, check it out with us, because I got this one lovely girl in my life right here, man, but woke up one day, it's gone. But listen to this. Yeah.
You want to cut that shit off, man? What the
Yeah. The best part is about to come. But
Yo.
yeah, it's lonely, baby.
We gonna get copyright.
It's gonna be
Fucking
what?
guy, man.
He said copyright.
Loneliness. It's a
Man,
big topic to talk about. I feel like even in a 5-hour episode, we wouldn't be able to cover a lot. But we're going to try to do our best, as we always do, obviously. We're going to try to do our best, talk about what we can, and get some points across. Honestly, in this episode, I don't really want to get that many points across or personal stories, you want to call them. I don't know what the fuck you want to call them. But I don't really want to get that across. I want to get some facts and some advice, more like advice. That's what I want to get across, some advice for people, because I know feeling lonely can be a very bad thing, a very scary thing at times, to be honest. And
feel like we all I feel like everybody experienced some type of moment in their life when they felt lonely. Even when you got people around you, it's just like a day in your life. Somebody must have. I mean, like everybody must have that feeling of lonely. If you haven't, that's good for you. I
I hope we
had
never got to go through
many,
it.
yeah, many days and many nights where I felt lonely.
Yeah, man.
Felt
So
lonely.
got it back. Handy dandy
No bug.
skimp book because they don't got that many pages left. I keep ripping the bitches out. But handy dandy notebook, man. We got it. Got some notes down. Want to talk about some shit.
So I
And
got wear my grandpa's slippers. I'm
we're
sorry,
gonna
guys.
we're gonna get
It's
to
late
it, man.
time.
Um First thing I wrote down to make sure I won't forget is loneliness and solitude. I want to quickly define those, I guess, in my own words. I mean, again, I don't study the dictionary or I don't study on the fucking internet all day, so I'm just gonna say what I know. But there is a difference. If you guys didn't know that,
It's two separate words.
kind of,
So
kind of. I mean, I know, but some words, separate words, could be the same thing. Um, Sounds like it does, right? But really don't. Kind of found this out a little over 3 months ago. I kind of found this out, to be honest, because I was on that mental health stuff, trying to read about different things, what to do and stuff like that, and I came across loneliness and some of the shit that they said. So loneliness and solitude are two different things. So loneliness is more like a feeling, right? Obviously, people know that shit, but it's a feeling of you feel, empty, you feel alone, you feel unwanted. Ooh,
one day
oh shit!
he said, "I'm on
I
one."
didn't want to. I didn't want to start the podcast like that
Yo,
already.
go home, go to sleep. I got
But
this. Do this alone.
empty, alone, and unwanted. Um,
Those are the feelings you have
that's
of loneliness.
yeah. That's I mean
Empty,
that's
alone, and
probably for
unwanted.
more shit than that, but that's basically this. That's what I'm saying. Like more of this stuff is like kind of my own words, but loneliness is more of a feeling. You know,
Solitude is kind of the act of being alone,
solitude is more like
right?
the choice.
The choice, the
You
act,
put yourself in
yeah,
that situation. You know what
of
I'm
being
talking
in pure solitude.
Because
I
some
mean,
people want
sometimes
the,
solitude is good. I mean, we could talk
of
about the pros
course,
too, because
of course,
sometimes it's much needed. But
of course.
it's still an act that some people maybe run on. Maybe they're ran by their emotions at the time to create that solitude for them, and they shouldn't be there. You know how sometimes you get emotional. You could just put yourself in a lonely position by
Yeah, because they
putting
said
yourself in that solitude mindset.
they don't
Like
want people making decisions based off anger. So that could be one of. I feel like solitude is
or when people depressed.
90% of the times you make that decision based off anger.
Sometimes I
You
feel
don't
like
want to be
people,
fucked
some
with and
people,
shit like that.
sometimes people are depressed. It's more of a choice, like you said, and sometimes you could have the choice to get out the solitude because you could have like an environment next to you to be around and entertain yourself or be included with, but because of that state of depression or loneliness that you're feeling or whatever it may be, you kind of are trapped in there in your mind, and people become victim to it. I know I
Yeah,
personally did a couple times in
some
life, and a
people
lot of
find
times.
solitude to be their
Peace.
yeah, to be their peace basically. Just disconnect from everyone and disconnect from the world, and they want the alone time, they want that quiet time, they want that kind of isolation from everything
Hmm.
around them. I mean, some people find their peace in that. Like I said, I think I said in one episode, sometimes you gotta step back, disconnect, reprogram yourself, and come back in because life just might be overwhelming for you at the time, or what you might be going through at the time might be overwhelming,
Hmm.
and I feel like stuff like that you can always take a break from. So I feel like solitude. That's when solitude can kick in, and you can just be like, you know what? Let's put this on pause real quick because I need to. Because if not, I'm gonna just crash the fuck out, and I don't want to do that. So you
That's
put
a good
yourself.
way of handling it. I know back then it was hard for me to do it that way. Now these days I do find myself doing that more. And honestly, I don't know if it's healthy all the time because you can find yourself missing a good part of your day because you chose that solitude because
True. Yeah.
of feelings and emotions. But maybe it's hard because like I said, it could be a battle. It's like maybe I'm just thinking this is the best part for me, and that way my family don't see my struggle at the moment, noticing that I have a terrible day. And this piece of solitude. Most of the time, I snap out of it, and I'll leave. But it does help. You don't want to express them emotions in front of people, and especially I know a lot of men could relate. Is like, as men, we gotta hold that shit down. We gotta hold it together, and our family needs us, and it's always somebody looking up to us or for us. And if you're fortunate enough, like I am, to have little ones look up to you, or a spouse, or little brothers, family, anybody looking up to you, you should definitely take time to reevaluate yourself, like he's saying, reprogram yourself, and give yourself some solitude. That's why I feel like those could benefit you as well, because helps me out. So hopefully it can help you
Yeah, I mean,
guys out.
solitude. I mean, sometimes I read it might have been something I searched on Google. It might have been, I don't know, just to cut down time. I don't want to sit here and y'all watch me think. Um,
Go back, Jimmy Neutron. What is it?
Brain
Damn,
blast.
brain blast.
Nah, yeah, but I read that some advice that therapist gives is a form of solitude. It's called something else. I forgot what they said, but it's basically like solitude. You
He
find a
said,
part of your life where you could put yourself in a situation that's disconnected from the thought of something, or the thought of
that's the thing
you
though. If you go
having
to solitude, I feel like sometimes you get more in your head,
probably. I mean,
more of
that's
the problem, whatever you're facing, or the terrible day.
I mean
Sometimes
that can be true, because I mean, obviously if you're by yourself, who you're alone with.
your thoughts.
Exactly. So that sometimes can be good,
So are you
sometimes can be
really
bad.
alone?
I mean, you're never really
You got
alone.
your what is it called? Is it subconscious or your subconscious? See, guys, I'm not that smart, but I'm trying. It's one of those.
But yeah, that's basically what solitude is. And again, good or bad, depending what you're using it, what you're going to solitude for. To be honest, I
Pros and
mean,
cons. Pros and
yeah, it's
cons.
like to
Same
everything.
with loneliness. I feel like people that go through loneliness sometimes, like when they've been with someone for so long and they have this relationship, or they lose someone very beloved to them. No, let's not use that part. Let's use the one with a relationship, right? Let's say the relationship wasn't good for you, and it just turns out it wasn't meant to be. I feel like that loneliness can now give you time to heal and give to yourself to come back to your old roots and learn from all of this. So sometimes loneliness could be good, and then loneliness could be bad when you're in a state of depression and you're not speaking up and telling anybody. For multiple reasons, for me, for a big reason is because I'm a man and I don't like to speak up, and I should speak up more. But when you choose to be in that type of loneliness and you're not nobody knows what you're going through, and you're just putting yourself in isolation, and you're making yourself feel all these, like he said, these loneliness feelings of feeling unwanted,
Empty.
empty, then that's not the good time. But I do recommend like, I don't want to say it in a bad way, because I feel like everybody think loneliness is a bad term, but there's also a good side in it. Like, I feel like a lot of people should take a lot of time when they go through a breakup to really, really reflect on their lives and get time to go back into roots with themselves and heal the proper way. You know what I mean? So I feel like that part of life could be a good journey of being alone. Because the end of the day, loving yourself and finding peace within yourself and being happy with yourself, if you could do that alone, you could become a great, 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 great independent person. You're going to help so many people outside of there. Like, you don't want to rely on people and feel that way. So sometimes being alone can help you, I believe. I don't
So,
say choose to be alone if I'm
but so
making
you're
sense.
saying the solitude part, put themselves in solitude, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
They
talk
go
about
hand in
loneliness,
hand,
then
I
you went
know.
back to solitude. So it's like
But I
you're
guess because
confusing the people.
no, because the feelings, like you say, feeling unwanted. Because going through a breakup, I know a lot. I did it before. Like when you went through a bad breakup, you feel them
Oh, you
feelings.
feel
So I
lonely
felt
there,
the
yeah.
loneliness for a long time.
But you're
But
saying
I'm
put themselves
saying,
in solitude
yeah,
afterwards.
after a point where I was able to wake up to really reality, I was choosing to put myself in solitude now, so I could take this time for myself, even though it was rough and hard. It was the process that I am thankful for now, because it has taught me so many lessons.
Yeah.
And it made me get into tune with myself. Like, they always say you got to love yourself. And I know a lot of people battle with that. But the fact that I was able to love myself through all them tears and pain and go through that solitude after I woke up from the loneliness, it helped me. It helped me prepare for my future, my next step. And it helped me just to get where I'm at today. And I'm hoping whoever goes through stuff like that just know that the loneliness will go away eventually. And then you can have the position where I was in, where you could choose if you want to continue to be in solitude or interact with others. Either way, speak up, especially if you got somebody in your life.
Real quick,
Definitely speak up.
you you said loneliness
Hmm.
so wrong like 3 times.
You said like 10 words wrong,
No, I only
and I
got
I already said it so many times. You know it. I got fucking speech issues. Ever
nah,
since I was a kid,
nah.
I
Don't
always
don't come with
stuttered.
that now.
It's true. I can't say words correctly when I'm on a roll.
Shut the fuck up,
I'm
man.
serious. You act like I choose to mess up a word. Like,
um, yeah, what he said too, man.
don't piggyback on my
Once
shit now.
no, cause I mean, I really don't want to, but it's something we gotta talk about. Um, After you do go through that little what do you want to call it, loneliness phase, you want to go through that. I don't want to call it a phase. 'Cause I don't want to call it something that's like
Yeah, some people are probably like, yo, you don't know, I'm lonely all the
yeah, that
time.
lonely. I'm gonna call it a problem. Fuck it, the loneliness problem, and then you put yourself in solitude after. I mean, I guess it's good because now you're gonna take that time alone to reflect. But I feel like if you just felt lonely, you know, you want to shake things up a little bit. You want to do things to get yourself out there and do something to distract yourself. But I feel like going back into solitude at that time, it's gonna be hard for you to accept what's going on with yourself, put it in those terms and stuff like that. But I mean, because like everybody know, loneliness can lead to a lot of bad things. It can lead to a lot of really dark things that I don't want to speak of, but we're gonna have to anyway. But loneliness can lead to so many things like with your mental health, anxiety, depression, panic attacks. Like it can lead into all that, especially with depression. I mean, people know it's like when you fall into that deep depression, especially that deep depression, you feel lonely because you feel like ain't nobody else going through this. I'm all in this alone. Um, I feel like I'm a burden on people. But and then that's when the depression start kicking in, and you're just like, that's it. Like everything's cut off. I'm done. I'm done with the life that I'm living. I'm done with the people that I let be in my life. And loneliness, like I said, loneliness can get you to that dark moment. It sucks, man. It does. Especially cuz again, I didn't want to give personal stories, but I feel like I've been through that, man. I've definitely been through that. Like I said, a lot of people been through that. But I've been through a time in my life where I felt alone, and sometimes I still go through that. And it's not as long. The feeling is not as long as it used to be. Let me put it that way. It's not as long as it used to be, but I still go through that stuff, man. But before was bad, because going to school, not school like high school, middle school, not like that. I'm talking about like I was in college. Um, Going to college, trying to figure out my life, seeing everybody do different things. Everybody looks so happy. I'm just here, trying to pass my next class. Trying to do things to make myself proud in a way, if that makes sense. Trying to do things to be like, okay, when I'm done here, I know there's something afterwards, but in reality, in the back of your mind, you still don't know what the fuck you're gonna do after this. So times like that, it made me feel alone because I feel like can nobody relate to what I'm going through right now? There's just no way nobody can relate to this, and so you just put yourself in a situation where you're just like, I can't speak about it because who the fuck is gonna be like, oh yeah, I know what you're going through. It's a lot of people around me didn't go through that certain situation. A lot of people around me didn't go to school. They, you know, most of the people I know didn't even graduate college. I mean, high school. So it's like now I'm in college, and it's like who I'm gonna tell about this? Like, why do I feel the way I feel and stuff like that? But um, it sucks. So it makes it puts you in that feeling. I truly felt alone. I just felt alone. I felt lost. Um, I wouldn't say I felt totally unwanted because I still had my cousin hit me up like, hey, we doing this, or where you at? You come over, or you know, um, still had my brothers around, but like even with all that going on, like it was times I still just felt I just felt super lonely. I felt super lonely. I felt like this is my life now. You know what I'm talking about? So that's what kind of made me feel lonely too. It's like, damn, I'm on the days. I think I told a story. I think I told a story, right? When I was in the pool, I was just surrounded by everybody. Yeah, like that
With
story
your
right there.
kids.
Like I was in the pool. I was in my cousin's house, and I'm surrounded by everybody. It's all family. Everybody that I'm really really close with, and I still felt alone. I felt so alone, and it just my mind put something in my in my body at the moment that I just felt like damn, this is life, and I got emotional, and then just I felt like I guess you want to I guess you want to go and say it made me depressed, to be honest. It made me depressed for a while, and I just that's what I feel like loneliness can do. And nowadays, like when the days I do feel lonely, I just like he was talking about earlier, I kind of put myself in that solitude position, and I just be like, let me chill right now, let me step back, let me take this time away, let me look at what I have, let me appreciate this stuff. I'm talking about I'm not alone, and it's easier said than it is done because once you feel alone, there's nothing that can really be shown to you or be told to you that you'll be like, okay, cool, I'm not alone. You know what I'm talking about? It's not something that's gonna snap you out because if you feel alone, it's just I feel like even though that people do talk about loneliness a lot, I still feel like that's like kind of up there with the suicide talk because loneliness is scary. It's really really scary, man. It's so scary. It's scary. To me, it's like one of the saddest things that I feel like anybody can feel because
I mean, I feel
um
like because us as people, we need human connection. And if you feel alone in this world, you feel like what's the point of living?
yeah,
You know
man.
what I
That's
mean? So that
I feel
that's
like that's where a
probably
lot of
it
suicides
is
go to.
connected to suicide.
Yeah, man, it is, and like I
People feel
said,
like
it's
they don't got
just
nobody here with them,
and
and
it's
it's a
to me
selfish
it's so
feeling.
sad. Like when I think about loneliness, I don't think about fear. I don't think about trauma and stuff like that. Like when I hear loneliness, I automatically that's when like I'm kind of like sounding down now and stuff like that. It just because I'm talking, but I'm also still thinking. Like it's hard to explain, but like it saddens me. It really really saddens me because not me personally because like right now I don't feel alone, but like there's people out there that really do feel alone. And again, I know I'm just saying this, but this is true. This is really true. For
Mm-hmm.
anybody that's watching this that does feel like this is 100% true. This is 100% true. What I'm about to say. When you feel alone, you're not alone. You're not alone. I can guarantee you're not alone. There's somebody out there that's thinking about you. There's somebody out there that wants to speak to you, and there's somebody else there that really truly cares about you. You might not think it right now. You might not see it right now, but
Or
trust me, they do.
there's
And
somebody
it's
out there waiting to meet you that you haven't met yet.
100%,
There's
man.
always
There's
somebody out there for someone. Like I feel
because
like you would never truly be alone in this world.
no,
And for one, whoever's sorry, but whoever's spiritual, that will be a time in life hopefully to find your higher up, whoever you believe in. But for me, it's my God, and that's when you find your connection. I'm not saying that's where you will find it, but I'm saying that's a good time to go seeking for it, asking for that relationship with whatever religion you're in or whatever higher being you believe in, whatever it may be, whatever God. But to me, God will always be there for me. And, He was the one that was there for all of us, I believe in. So, not believe, but more so knowing my relationship with Christ is getting stronger and stronger as the days go by. And I know I would never be alone as long as I walk in that line. So,
yeah. I mean, some people do. That's what they do. Find the higher being
hmm
that they believe in.
you still feel things because I still
Yeah,
have
yeah,
my
of
days
course.
too.
But yeah, man. To be honest, like when I think about loneliness, it's just I think about true sadness. I honestly do, because I just know there's people out there, and like I said, just to let you know, like you're not the only one going through that. You're not the only one. So don't think that that's it for you. Don't think this is your life. It's not. It won't be. You might feel it again, but that's fine. Just know that there's more out there for you. There's more out there for the situation that you're in.
Hmm
You can always find other people. You can find other things to do. You can find anything, man. Just sit at a park and just look at what's in front of you. You understand? Like,
Yeah, I mean, get in tune with nature. That's another big thing with
yeah,
nature
man. You
out
don't
there.
gotta feel
Like,
alone. You don't.
yeah, get a
And
companion,
again,
get a dog as a
there's somebody out there
companion.
that cares. Just because I never met you, I'm gonna be completely honest. I care. Like, only because like I know what loneliness can do. For the people that feel lonely, I truly care. I would speak to you again. Reach out. This is what we're doing this for again. But
Yeah, for sure.
man,
Awareness too.
you're never alone. You're never alone. Reach out to somebody. You never know. I mean, because like I said, loneliness could lead to darker places, and we all know where that darker place is, and we don't want nobody to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I had a bad part of my life with loneliness. About 10 years ago, 11 years ago, about 11. I believe what I was in 20, about 10. I'm sorry, I was like 19, 20, and I started feeling the real part of the real nasty part of loneliness when me and my son mom split up, and I was living alone in this apartment at 19, and I started experiencing these bad feelings of loneliness because at a point I used to be alone in that apartment. My mom was at Connecticut. He was with his fiance at the time, just starting to live with her and all that. And like he said, I knew I had my brothers and all that, but I was just at a point in life where I would go to work, um, get out of work, and I would go into an empty apartment, you know, and I'll walk around the room and see my son things sometimes. I still have my son. It just was like half and half, but it was very lonely the days I didn't have him, and it began to a point where I got very depressed, and that's the real life things that people may say that they felt depression or something, and I know how some people just want to just to feel liked or loved, but I've really experienced the real shit, and it's no joke. It's a depressive feeling. It's very sad. It gets me very emotional thinking about it. Um, and honestly, I get scared sometimes thinking about it because I would not wish that on anyone, and I would not wish I would ever get back to a position like that in life again. But I felt alone. I remember walking through rooms just feeling fucking alone. My phone wasn't being blown up. Nobody was reaching out to me. Didn't have anybody besides the close little bit of family I did have. But other than that, like there was hours I spent in that apartment alone. Like I knew I could have had a choice to go outside and probably maybe go see people or like you said, go do something different. I did them times when I was with my son. But other than that, 9 out of 10 times after work or school, I was just in the apartment alone, and I was so fucked up and so depressed, so sad, and barely could eat. I was dropping weight at one point, and the feelings stood there for a long time. Luckily, I can say I was grateful enough to have the willpower to still go to work, go to school, and maybe because my son was a big part of that, I knew I had someone looking up to me, and I told myself I won't do him like that no matter what. I'm gonna get up and do what I gotta do. But it was very tough, very depressing, very sad,
Yeah,
and
and
I don't want to go back to them times. I know people who's going through it. Just know, like you said, we're here to speak to you guys because I know talking to people definitely helped me a lot. Remember going to work for a small period of time, I felt like I wasn't so lonely. But then, like I said, when that shift ended and you didn't really talk to them people no more, loneliness was real. It was real, especially at nighttime. I was experiencing panic attacks at nighttime, right before bed. It was hard for me to go to bed. I started smoking much more weed. That was like my numb killer right there. I would smoke as soon as I get out of work on my way home. I would smoke when I get home. I'll try to watch something on like TV or something and still felt like shit. I just try to erase my thoughts, like whatever was running through my mind, and smoking was the only thing. And then I remember now I had to smoke every night in order for me to go to bed, because I was just getting so many panic attacks and anxiety attacks and fucking. I remember nights of me just sobbing and crying, and that's some real shit. It was just being fucking alone, and I hated it. I hated it for so long in my life, but I tell you, it's a better part because, like I said, 10 years now. I'm blessed. I got my home now that I purchased, and I got my wife, I got my children, and I see me helping people in that position now and letting them know that it's going to be okay. Because it is. You just need that support. You need someone there. And you need to know deep inside that you can make it through. Because despite me being alone throughout all them times, I was able to get the fuck up and make it happen for me and my son at the time. And later on, I did experience much, much more happiness. And I'm glad I chose to stick around and not do anything hurtful to myself or regret a huge mistake, or put a burden on somebody that I love a lot. It's blessings on the other side of that door. Trust me, on the other side,
Yeah, man. And then loneliness it can do so many things for you. Like, can bring you down in so many ways. Loneliness could definitely fuck with your self esteem. It could do a lot of harmful things to your self esteem, man. It could just make you feel like so much less of a person, and just feel like you're just not worthy of certain things, and no one is ever gonna be there to care about you the way you think and stuff like that, and that sucks too. I mean, people don't want to feel like that. Don't nobody want they don't want the low self esteem. It just comes over time, and I feel like loneliness can definitely do that to you. It can definitely make you feel like you know you're just not worthy in a way. You're just you're never gonna get you're never gonna get what you want, and I'm not even saying that in like a selfish way. It's more of a you alright?
yeah, you heard him. That was J Shot.
Fuck that guy, man.
Yo, chill.
That guy, he
He be
annoys me,
lonely
man.
talking about go with me on a solo date. He be lonely.
Fuck that guy. No, I'm just playing. Nah, man. But like what I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by Shock O'Clock. Um, Loneliness could definitely fuck with your self esteem, man. It could definitely do it. It can take a hit where, to be honest, like the going back to the solitude part, you put yourself in that situation, but it's more of a that's your defense mechanism in a way. You know what I'm talking about? Like you're kind of like, oh, I don't want to feel like this, so let me just push myself away. Because if I push myself away long enough, I won't have to feel like that. And that's where it comes from, like a unhealthy, unhealthy part of being in solitude. That's why I go back to that's what I was trying to say earlier with him. With like, there's good and there's bad, and I feel like having that low self esteem can definitely put you in that unhealthy part of being
The bad part.
yeah, and solitude, because you're doing that in a way to like defend yourself, because you don't want somebody else to say something about you, or you don't want someone else to make you feel a certain way. So you just be like, before that happens, let me do this. And
Let me hurt
again,
myself already, so this dickhead can't hurt me.
yeah, and again, that's
I already think I feel like shit. So you think you're gonna bother me by saying stop being a bitch?
right. It's just
Whatever
I
it
don't know what
is.
he's talking about, but yeah, like it's like that. But that's the unhealthy part I'm talking about. Like there's like I said, there's always two sides to everything. That's one of the sides, the unhealthy part, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that because when you come back and you start feeling better for yourself again, you're gonna have to fight that. That's the unhealthy part, can turn to loneliness. Yes, it's solitude because you choose to be there, but if it's unhealthy, it can turn to loneliness, and you do not want that.
And
You don't.
sometimes what's unhealthy can turn into a trait for yourself and something, a pattern. Like when you starting to feel that way again, you would start to continue to talk to yourself away, how you once used to, and put yourself down, and it becomes a whole pattern, which is an unhealthy pattern that you don't want to go through. Instead, you should try something that's going to be uplifting. Wouldn't recommend that to anyone. Self-esteem has a big issue in loneliness because
I feel
we
like
all know
self-esteem has a big issue in mental health,
yeah,
regardless.
if you're talking to yourself like shit, you're gonna feel like shit. If you don't feel good about yourself, how you gonna expect others to feel about you? You're gonna think at the end of the day, you're gonna think that everybody the way they're looking at you is like this person thinks this of me just because your self-esteem is low. So you start looking
Yeah,
at the world like they're looking at you the way you feel about yourself, and in reality, people don't probably feel that way about you. They probably think totally otherwise.
and that's so true, man. That's like
But you
That's true right
you're
there.
seeing it out a different way because
Be-
you're so insecure about yourself and
like when
your
they say
self esteem is
you
low.
speak of negativity, you're already gonna see the negativity.
That's true.
Like sometimes when I
If you
put
speak into a bad day, 9 out of 10 times you're
sometimes
gonna
when
have
I'm
a
with a
bad day.
set and she's like, "Oh, we gotta go here," and I'm just like, "Oh, I don't want to go there. This is gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I already see it." It's like, "Oh, you don't even know. We didn't even get there yet." I'm like, "No, I already
Yeah.
know." And as soon as I go in, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, look at what it was happening." Like, cause you're already expecting that stuff. You're expecting the negative stuff already. So, and you speak it to existence. Like I always say, and I'm gonna express that in every episode. I feel like the universe speaks to you, and I feel like I'm not saying that way like I'm a hippie or something. Like I don't sit there and I'll be like, listen to the universe, man.
Nah, I
Nah,
believe in the universe though.
nah, but I believe in that shit too. Like if you believe in karma, you gotta believe in the universe. It's just it doesn't make sense if you don't. But I feel like the universe speaks to you, man. Like I tell him and my other brothers, the energy you put out is the energy you're gonna receive. Received. The energy you put out is the energy you're gonna receive, and some people might not receive it right away. Some people might receive it years from now, but you're gonna receive the energy you put out. If you're an asshole in your life, you're gonna receive that energy of an asshole. You're
You're
gonna
gonna
get you,
receive an asshole back.
no, you're gonna get the bad things you put out. That's basically what I'm saying. Like you're gonna get that asshole energy back. Like some people are like, oh my god, I don't know how this guy go through life the way he does. Like he's so rude. He's so selfish. He's what's that word? Narcissist.
Mm-hmm.
Like yeah, he's all that, and that's why I'll step in and I'm on your shoulder and I'm like, don't worry about it. They're gonna get their time. It's just not right now. It's not right now. Don't
Or
worry
they're
about
probably
it.
already going through it.
Or they probably
Sometimes when
are,
people are
but
like that, they 9 out of 10 times their life is shit because of the fucking way they act.
yeah. Usually that's the people that the rich kids, the kids that get born into being rich and they don't know no hard days of work or nothing like that. Those are the type of assholes that you want to stay away from. But not all of them. They're not all assholes.
Or you could learn from them.
Yeah, you can learn from them. You could choose your parents. The fuck else you gonna learn from them?
Not to be a spoiled bitch.
I mean, you're not really learning from them. Then you just don't want to be like them. But I guess you could
You're
learn from them.
learning from them.
I guess I don't know what the hell you want to call it.
Learning from them.
Learning from them, earning from them, learning from them.
No, they're earning
Lakers
from
in 5.
us. Lakers not in 5. So far from it.
No, I think it's who played today. OKC.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves won though, and Timberwolves blew them the fuck out.
About 42.
Oh my god, I wanted the Nuggets to win the. I think I said this already, right? I wanted the Nuggets to win the finals. Obviously not. Next team, the Timbies. The Timbies. Hopefully they win. I mean,
If they win, you
Please
gotta buy
run.
some Timberwolves. Timberlands.
what? I don't even come close to them.
Tims. Timmy. Turner.
All right, moving
Clifford
on.
Burner.
Next thing I want to talk about is physical health. Some of this stuff I just kind of found out. I knew about the loneliness and how it could take effect like on your sleep disruption. I already knew that. The weight gain, I kind of knew that. But I just found out about heart health and immune system. I did not know that at all. So apparently loneliness can really take a hit on your physical health. And this is like some serious stuff. This is crazy. We're going to learn something together. You see, this is not all just talking bullshit. We learn here, guys. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I just learned not to drink so much water before starting a podcast. Um, so the heart health stuff. Um, Loneliness triggers a particular hormone, a stress hormone, that'll mess with your heart, and that's kind of fucking scary to think about. Cause like I said, some people they're cool ass fucking people. Some people are cool as shit. Some people they have a good life and stuff like that. But oftentimes they feel lonely. So just think about it. If that keeps happening and they keep stressing that one hormone, they put in all that, stress on their heart, and you can get sick. Like it just,
Well, we know the number one killer
It's
To
stress.
people is stress.
It's
It's
stress.
stressing out the heart attacks and cardiovascular disease and
I can't say that word.
see, and I got it right.
Cardio, cardiovascular.
Cardiovascular is because you don't know nothing about cardio.
Car- a weight shot. That's crazy. Cardiovascular.
Cardiovascular. Yep. So we all
Cardiovascular.
know stress is the number one killer for us people, and
Yeah, and
sometimes it's hard to control.
they said loneliness triggers that stress hormone. I think it's called court. I'm not even gonna go there. Don't want to fuck you guys up. We're
Yep.
just gonna go with
Just look
that.
it up.
Yeah, just look it up for yourself. But apparently, loneliness triggers that stress hormone, and then it fucks with your cardiovascular system. I think you call it. I don't know. Again, I'm just
Anything that involves your heart, guys.
yeah.
Stress.
It messes with that stuff, and that's scary to think about. Like I said, because a lot of people go through loneliness, and some people go through it often, which is scary because
Sometimes you don't choose it either, so
yeah,
it just
again,
happens.
it's a feeling. It's just what you feel, and like I said, it can suck because outside looking in, you're like, why are you feeling lonely, man? Like your kids love you, your wife love you, your friends loves you, like everybody loves you, everybody wants you around, everybody knows that you're a cool person, and they just want you here. But the person that's really going through it, they don't see that. Like
Mm-mm.
a lot of things that people are going through, they don't see the stuff, and
Like I
that's
said
why.
before, it can be a sunny day, but for some reason you're perceiving this day as gloomy weather, dark clouds.
Mhm.
But everybody else sees the sun that's outside.
Mhm. That's 100% true. 100%
Feeling
true.
that comes back to feelings,
Yeah, and
and that's when you get locked in your head. And it's a choice, because even though your feelings are like that, you still have the willpower if you could dig deep enough to get out of there and make a difference of your day. Remember, it's every day. You want to be better than yourself from yesterday, and it's hard, guys, because I go through it sometimes. But let's say nine, say 7 out of 10 times, I'll kick the next day ass and do better than my before, and that's good. It's good. But it's not always like that.
no, it's definitely
I'm
not.
gonna be real with y'all.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
people that could do much better than what I do, and I applaud you guys for that. But I'm here working. We're here. It's the next day is about it's 12 a.m. It's the next day, and we're here working, and we're doing this for ourselves and for you guys.
Yeah, 100%. And
Just here yapping about mental health on a,
talking.
on a
We're
12
talking. That's
a.m. at a Saturday. Well, it's technically Sunday now.
yeah, that's what we do, man. We sit here and talk. We want to do this for us. We definitely want to do it for you too. I mean, like I said, we want to grow this community. We want to make it something special. We
Mm-hmm.
don't want to just be the only assholes talking. We want other assholes to join in. Um, uh, we don't want to feel alone in this. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
We want to feel alone in
I'm
this.
too good.
We don't
with
want to
this.
feel alone in this channel, guys.
I'm too good in this. We don't want to feel lonely.
We don't want you feeling alone. I'm cool being alone sometimes. I'm built like that. I
So
did it 10 years
you like
ago.
the solitude.
I like the altitude.
Don't ever speak to me like that again. Um, damn, what the fuck we just talking about?
Want to play Akon Lonely again?
No, man, dumbass. What we was talking about?
Mr. Lonely. You was talking about self-esteem.
No, physical health, man. We was talking about the cardiovascular stuff. But again, now to the immune system. Kind of ties in with the cardiovascular
Immune
stuff.
system?
But yeah, it fucks with your immune system. Loneliness can get you to a point where you feel sick. It can get you sick. It can actually get you sick. This is some of the stuff I just read like
Well,
before we started the
depression. They said
podcast.
depression gets you sick as well.
Yeah,
It gets you physically sick.
yeah, that's what it said
Yeah.
about loneliness. I guess it triggers
So I
the
guess
same
it does,
same
yeah.
things with the depression stuff.
Well, they all tie in
Obviously,
together.
because it
Yeah,
ties in, yeah.
they all tie in
But
together.
just to think that's crazy as shit. You understand? Like loneliness. You thinking you're just there alone. Like no, you're letting yourself get sick by going through this, which is crazy to fucking think about. Think
Not
about
only
that.
sick in the head,
It's
your
so
body's now getting
crazy.
sick.
Yeah, like you're not like he just said. Yeah, it's exactly perfect. Like you're not sick in the head. You're just sick. You could get yourself sick. Like it takes a hit on your immune system where
Yeah,
some people being alone weaken their immune system to a point where they can get a disease now. Like it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy to me. When I was reading that, I was just thinking, I'm like, damn, it's so crazy that a lot of people take their mental health for granted, but this is what's going on. This right here is what's going on.
Um,
And for the fact that I know you want to say something, don't
no,
lose
it's
that
about
thought.
being
Don't
no,
lose that
it's
thought.
about being a sick
But
part because I could relate to
um,
it.
and going back and taking this to men's mental health, look how deep it gets there because men don't speak about it. So a lot of the things they go through it alone. We don't know. They get sick. It could last for years. They go to depression for years. They're getting sicker and sicker and sicker. And then we were like, oh my God, this guy just died of a heart attack
Killing yourself.
at 40 years old. No, he didn't just die.
He
He
was
was
dying
dying.
already.
He was already dying. It just nobody knew he was dying because he didn't speak on it. Your mental health ties into so much that if you guys was to really sit there and think about it, it will surprise you. Because as we're doing this podcast, so many things is coming that I'm getting surprised about.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like,
have an anxiety attack tonight.
um, your mental health can really take a toll on your body, on your health, where you can literally die. That's why some of these people they say, he died so early. He was so sick.
But then somebody would come around and be like, but he was suffering the whole time.
Yeah, he was suffering.
He put a smile on for people, but he was suffering.
Sometimes I caught this guy crying by himself, or he came to me one day and he was just crying. That was his cry for help.
Yeah.
Some people didn't take it serious. And that's why I say men's mental health is so important, because when that guy does catch a heart attack at a young age of fucking 45, and everybody's like, oh my God, he must have
Drink his life away,
he must have
or
drank so much, smoked so much, he
smoked
must have
so
did
much.
so much medication. But it's like no.
And we're not saying they're not possible factors, because yes, they
Of
are
course,
factors as well.
anything could be a factor.
But we're talking about mental.
I'm talking about like when this guy was like well known to be just chilling, like he was around people, like people. He was a well known by multiple people. Somebody could be like, no, he didn't drink that often, and he didn't smoke at all.
At some point in
But he
his
still
life,
died from a heart attack.
the light switch turned off on him, and somehow it never turned back on. That shit's sad.
Yeah, and
How some people
stress.
could never wake up from it, and they end up killing themselves slowly.
Yeah, it's stress, man. It's stress, and loneliness is apparently a major factor of stress.
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
didn't know that until recently. So that's why I said, like, the stuff we talk about, man, it's so shocking to me. Like, and this is why we do what we do, because we really, 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 we really want men to speak about their mental health. It's important.
It is
Men's
important.
mental health is really important. And I wish I could beat that into everyone's head. And I wish I could make people understand that. But there's going to be people that ain't trying to hear it. To be honest, if you want to be all the way honest, some people don't want to hear that shit. Like, yo, men's mental health is important. Oh my God, shut the fuck up. And it's a lot of times it's going to be the men saying that. And, it's because of the way some men are programmed. And I get that, I understand. I know when to keep my mouth shut, because since we started doing this, I have been speaking more about it publicly and, around people. And, I could see sometimes where some people be like, they're looking, they're listening, but it's like this guy.
Shut the
And I'm
fuck
just
up.
like, I can read that. That's one thing I'm real good at. Like I could read the room easily. So a lot of times I know when to talk, when not to talk. But in the back of my mind, I'm just like, bro, like, I know you're saying that because you're going through something. And this is like, I wish I can help you, but I'm gonna let you do you. I'm gonna let you be how you be, and whenever you need that help, like, I'm here. But a lot of the times, believe it or not, talking about men's mental health, the people are most annoyed about it are men. So it's a battle.
They be going through it.
Yeah, it's a battle. It's a battle, but I ain't gonna give up because of some assholes like that. It is what it is.
Everybody that wants to actually make the change and it comes from the heart, they never give up despite any criticism they receive. You would never change what you want to change in the world because of how somebody else views it. You do what you believe in, and you stand on it. And I stand with you. Now, I'm gonna go back to the sick part you was talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, like 3 weeks. When was Mother's Day? Like 3-4 weeks ago? Like 2 weeks ago?
No, I think it was like
3 weeks ago. I had a panic attack, which I haven't had in a long time in my life, and that panic attack, I know it's not deal with loneliness. Maybe I don't know. Panic attack is for a certain reason, but we talking about mental health. So the panic attack actually led me to my body actually feeling very warm, and then I got extremely nauseous where I came home and I threw up. I threw up in the toilet. I didn't eat much that day, but I threw up, so I felt the effect of my body getting sick, and my body was rejecting whatever it was. I just started throwing up, and it definitely came from that panic attack. I remember my my heart racing. See, it was in a row. My heart was racing. My blood felt like it was boiling under my skin. And then when I got home, I was getting so nauseous. I just started throwing up. I'm like, shit. And my nerves were super, 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 super bad. But that is just to show right there that your mental health can make you feel sick, and not only feel it, but experience some sickness. And whew, glad I'm over it. But it was definitely real,
Yeah,
definitely real.
it's
And now that
so
we
real.
talking about the stress and all that, like it's sad because unfortunately, a lot of us still just deals with mental health, so we're constantly stressing and we're killing ourselves like that, man. And it's like, what can we do?
No, yeah,
What
that's what
what
I'm
can we
saying.
do? And that's why we're here speaking. Because to be honest, I don't know what to do sometimes, and I need help sometimes. Like I do. I need some help with handling my mental health, with feeling better about myself, without feeling like these feelings of loneliness, unwanted, or you know, low self esteem and sick in the body.
Yeah, and I feel like
So
loneliness can make you feel lost at times, like just super
definitely.
lost, just not knowing.
You feel like you had a plan your whole life, and then boom, all of a sudden that plan went out the window because of these feelings.
Yeah,
It's like, damn, I
you
was
just
on
feel
I was
alone.
on road and on track. Excuse me. Why do I feel like this now? All of a sudden, like been accomplishing my goals, and now I kind of feel like I'm not where I need to be at. I'm just here to
Yeah,
tell you
and
it's okay. It's okay, bud.
nah, yeah, it's always okay, man. It's okay not to be okay. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
knows that. But another thing loneliness could do, it could, it could, the fuck, it could, the fuck,
Cardi B.
Cardi B, no, it's not
She
Cardi
said,
B.
critter. I can't roll my R's,
Oh, you
but
talking about Cardi B saying that? I thought you
yeah.
talking about Ice Spice, and she be like, gra, suck my gra.
Ratchetness. Pure ratchetness.
Jaden, suck my gra.
Ew. Ew. Jaden probably about, okay, don't tell me toys. That
Nah,
young
but
boy, wild.
we gonna talk about loneliness and sleep disruption. That's I feel like
That's the time you're supposed to be lonely when you go to bed. Nobody fuck with me. Let me sleep.
that's self-explanatory. Sleep disruption and loneliness. Or
Why?
no?
Not really. I mean, what you doing? But
Yo, what the hell is
I
that,
mean,
man?
no. But I thought like, what you mean by sleep disruption? Like waking you up out of your sleep, like from all the
No, just
feelings you
like you
felt.
just can't sleep and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like it messes
I
with
was
your
just
sleep
kind of
pattern and
I
stuff
was
like
just
that.
kind of speaking about that, like the lonely nights I had that I had to force myself to smoke, which I don't recommend, just to try to get myself in that position where I can sleep. And I honestly I don't recommend. That's right. Again,
It's crazy that
mental health and loneliness and these things can lead you to bad things. And I pray you guys don't freaking search for happiness or peace or comfort in them things, because there's not. You may get comfort. I won't lie about that because I got comfort, but there's nothing benefiting you. Take the hard road. Eventually you got to wake the fuck up. If not, you're gonna stay in that position for a long time. And kudos to you, because that ain't me, buddy.
I'm just I don't want to go back there.
Go
He
back where
talk about the smoking stuff again.
you don't get mad.
Ruffle some feathers.
He said ruffles. You want some
uh,
chips?
nah, man, loneliness and sleep disruption. I feel like it's kind of self-explanatory because people know. I mean, when you feel lonely, you're gonna be in your head.
Kind of tend to
You're
stay
gonna be in your
awake
head. You're
and
gonna
have
be
all these
awake.
thoughts racing. So it's like, how can you feel that peace? In order to go to sleep, you kind of need some type of comfortability and peace. So
Yeah, your mind needs to be at peace to get a good comfort sleep. And everybody knows if you're lonely, it's just you and your thoughts. Your thoughts are gonna be racing. You're gonna be telling yourself it's okay.
hmm
You're gonna be telling yourself, hey, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna be telling yourself, you should have never had let that slide. You should have did this. You should have did
you
that.
might pick up your phone, start searching some shit, or searching somebody you shouldn't be
Yeah.
looking for no more, or
Yep.
just doing things you shouldn't be doing.
100%, man.
And it
That's
sucks because you feel lonely. When you feel like that, turn us on. We'll tell you right there. You'll be seeing us right there. Like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks because everybody knows, man. If you don't got that good sleep, man, and you waking up and you got to go do a hard job and or work in the office or something, and
You're gonna
you're
tell yourself
just
you don't want to be there at that point, and that's again, it goes back to you just set yourself up for failure because you tell yourself you don't want to be there, and now what? You're gonna bring that negative energy right in there when it was never
yeah,
there to begin with. It was
yeah.
all in your head.
That's true, man. 100%. That's true. Um, Loneliness can also lead to weight gain. Um,
Or weight loss and go both way, I guess.
yeah, could definitely go both
Some
ways.
people have the habit of eating a lot when they're in their era of mental health, I guess. And then some people have a habit, I'm not a habit, but just can't eat at all. I know when I'm really down, bro, it could be like a day or two, no bullshit. And it was like this when I was a kid too. I wouldn't fucking eat. Like I would not eat. And it's not that I didn't want to. I just had no appetite or feeling of eating when I'm in my head.
Complete opposite, obviously. Um, but
No, it's just
nah,
weird. Like I just couldn't eat. Like it felt so weird and I was cool with not eating.
nah, but mine's complete opposite. And again, this is another thing I kind of recently
You just
found out.
binge eat.
I don't know how to call it. I mean, it's crazy because me and Lisette was speaking about it because she told me she was
Because
like,
binge eating is real. And I mean, people would just sit there and keep eating.
and it's crazy because
Keep
I wouldn't
eating,
be
keep eating,
hungry.
keep
I just feel
eating.
like I have to eat. Like
Nah, that's crazy, yeah.
it's so crazy because a few months ago I spoke to Lisette and I was just telling I didn't feel good. Like, it's been a bad week for me and this and that. And she was like, I know, cause I see you like slobbing out. Like she was like, you usually don't slob out. Like, and don't get me wrong, if I didn't eat all day and you put me like a nice cheesesteak in front of me, son, I'ma slob on that. But like,
We always say
whoa, pause.
cheesesteak.
Oh my,
Yeah, that's when Lissette said I seen you slobbing out, I was already in my head like, they wild, yo, what they
nah.
be
See, now
doing?
that's crazy.
She said, I
But
see you slobbing out lately.
nah, but like she mean like talking about like I just been eating like bad. Like it was just junk food on junk food on junk food. And really, I don't be eating a lot of junk food on junk food. Like I ain't gonna lie, like I do got a sweet tooth, but like I know how to control it, obviously, because I'm older and stuff like that. But she was just telling me, like, you just been eating. Like, it's just, she like, I don't really see you like that. And it
Mad
was
as hell walking
after,
around eating shit.
yeah, and that's how it was. Like, I just felt, like, I felt anxiety. I just ate. I felt depressed. I just ate. And it sucked. It definitely
You
sucks.
was just talking about her. Look, she texted you. I guess you're not reading your phone.
It just sucks, man. It definitely sucks because I just recently found that out. I mean, I kind of knew that for a while, but you know, seeing her notice that too, and then I'll just like kind of like set that in stone for myself. Like, damn, I do that when I'm kind of going through shit. Like, I just eat. So that's what I'm saying. Like, he doesn't find an appetite, but I feel like
Yeah,
mine's
shit.
increased. And
This was like it could be different.
when I did feel lonely, like before I got with Lasana and stuff like that, when I did feel lonely, that was another thing was food. Like I did go to food. Not like now remembering it. Like I remember a time in my life when I was so lonely. Um, I really felt like kind of like lost in life in a way. I remember going to Quick Stop. No lie, no lie. For like 9 days straight, I went to Quick Stop. And for the people in Philly that know Quick Stop, like
The one on the K&A?
no, the one in
Or the one on Frankfurt?
I think it's on Frankfurt next
Where
to Kensington.
Kensington?
Next
Yeah,
to Kensington.
Frankfurt, yeah.
Yeah.
Frankfurt and I don't think that's Clearfield, but Frankfurt and some shit. But next to Kensington, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, excuse me. Sorry, past my bedtime. Yeah. So the one on Frankfurt. No bullshit. It was like 9 days. I think 9 days or 8 days. Every single day, 2 times a day, I'll go there and buy me a cheesesteak platter. And I felt lost in life. I remember that time I was feeling lost, but now thinking about it, I knew what I was eating. 2 times a day, I would go there and get a cheesesteak platter, and I would just fuck that cheesesteak platter up every time. Both times I got them.
It's crazy because I was the opposite. I really couldn't eat nothing. I remember at one point when I was feeling like that, and I was at grandmom's, and they would always have food and cooking. I could not eat great food, amazing food, pure Puerto Rican food. Couldn't eat. Or when I was in the apartment at the times and I was fucked up in the head, and bro, I couldn't eat. Even how people smoke and they get munchies and they tear shit up. I could not eat, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with me, man?
Yeah,
And I remember I got real skinny during that phase of feeling like the depressive state and got lonely. Like, bro, I was like a buck 40. Shit was crazy.
I was the complete opposite, and then that's what I was saying. Like going to depression, anxiety, panic attacks, loneliness. It could definitely take a toll on you, man. Because I know it takes a toll on me. It definitely takes a toll on me, especially now getting older. I'm happy, that I can control it a little more because if I was much older now and I'm eating so much sugar as I am, I could end up having diabetes or something like that. God forbid. And that's what I'm saying. Like people don't understand, but mental health is so important. It's so important.
It
You're
goes right
not
with
gonna
our
cure
physical
it.
health.
You're not gonna cure it. There's no way.
There's no cure out there for it.
And I know people
Medication
say,
is just
turn
temporary.
to a higher being or turn to something, and trust me, you'll find a way and you'll find a cure. And you won't.
You're still gonna have
There's
your
no
days.
way.
You're still gonna have your days.
Because
You
I
could
met
you could get
people.
better, but you'll have your days.
Yeah, you're gonna have your days. I met people who's fucking 70 years old and they talk about they had anxiety since they were like in their 20s. People 60 years old had anxiety since their teen years.
And then there's people who don't really
Depression.
experience it at all.
Yeah, and there's some people that don't. And
They don't. Because I met somebody, remember I told you at the school that he was like in his 40s, early 50s, and he told me that he never had a history of depression or anxiety, but he went to his doctor because he kept having these weird feelings and he didn't know what they were. And the doctor was like, I think you're experiencing some type of form of depression. And he was like, well, what is that? I never experienced that before. Like he literally, when he was talking to me, he had no clue of what the fuck it was or what he was feeling. And his doctor could just come up with that. It's crazy. And you
it
got people
is.
like us who been having it since they were kids and, excuse me too, as adults now, we're learning from it, but that doesn't mean it goes away. Like I said, I have a way better connection with my spiritual God, and I still have my episodes of depression and anxiety and all that. So it doesn't really truly go away, but I am learning from it. I know I am doing better from it, I guess, with everything that I'm learning. Um, it's good. Yeah, I mean, you want to learn. You want to get better in life. You want to do better. Who doesn't?
100%, man. And some things to leave you guys with, like there's not like our ending code. It's like some advice now. Um, what helps with loneliness? One thing that I wrote down was building relationships. Building relationships. I mean, plain and simple. Just
Social relationships,
yeah,
right?
just build any relationship. Build any
Mm-hmm.
relationship. See how it goes. Don't go right. Boom. Build another one. Go to another one. Like you just keep building. Like start somewhere. Keep doing something. Get out there. Make some friends. Just throw yourself in any function. There's groups you could sign up for and stuff like that. And um,
There's
I f-
communities out there.
yeah, and I feel like that alone, even if you take the time out of your day. Let's say that. Let's take the time out of your day, go somewhere, and you sign up for a random thing that's happening around the community, right? Just sign up for it.
Some things are free.
Some of us, we put ourselves in situations where we feel like we can't let ourselves down, and I feel like once you put that for yourself, like you make that obligation where I'm gonna go here. You don't want to let yourself down, so now you're gonna go there, which is good because you got yourself out. You starting something. You don't feel as lonely no more. You understand? So if you can go and do something to change the current state that you're in, and it might feel weird, just do it anyway. Do it anyway because that weird might change your life. So just do it. See what happens. I mean, building relationships can be hard because there's a lot of us out here that just don't trust people. But
Especially if
again,
you're feeling low self-esteem because of everything you're going through, it's going to be really hard to do it. But
right.
that should give you a better reason to doing it. And it doesn't mean everybody you come across is going to be welcoming and happy to see you. No, you're going to have people who are assholes. We all know them. Doesn't mean you should stop trying to find some type of connection with somebody out there. Somebody, something, or like I said personally, find that connection with God.
Yeah, just build the relationship. That's what building is. Building, if it doesn't work out, it's gonna get knocked down. Keep going, build it again.
That's how
Just
you
keep
build.
building.
How they build Egyptian pyramids. They said aliens. I said it was manpower.
Okay, let's,
Brick
let's
by
take it there.
brick.
We wanna go deep. We're
Brick
gonna go
by
deep. Let's take it
brick.
there.
He said,
But
I built this house.
yeah, man. I mean, build relationships. see what happens. You're doing things. You're trying new things. Anything can happen. Like I said, join groups, different groups in the community, join community events. Like it's just
Participate, yeah. Volunteer in your local firehouse.
yeah, that's one of the things I wrote down too. Volunteering, man. Just volunteering.
Volunteer for food drives. Go to church.
Yeah.
You know, there's things that's out there that's free. That's big community projects that they won't judge you. If you got money, get a membership to the gym.
Oh,
Boom.
that's great right
Planet
there.
Fitness is a no judge. It's a no judge zone. But listen, you definitely go to the gym. I go there all the time when I'm down, even when I'm not down, and it's always a good vibe. And there's always somebody there looking at you, and that's boom. That's where you could do it. Or you see somebody that needs help, just like you. Small puppy conversations, man. They lead to so much more. It leads to going back to your mental health and just giving you that boost you needed. Sometimes we need a boost for our mental health, and it could change our whole day.
Yeah.
Man, that's that right there. That's key right there in order to help with your mental health. Sometimes you just need that pick me up, man.
Yeah, that's true.
These
That's
places can
definitely
help
true.
you. So
Small little thing. Like I said, I think I said in a previous episode before this one. I think I said it. You know, anything. A quick walk by, high five on some weird stuff. Hey, have a good day. Boom, boom. Keep walking. Who gives a fuck, right? You're never gonna see that guy again. You never know, but it don't matter. Anything. Hey, nice sneaks. You know, that's what I'm saying. All these episodes kind of tying together. I mean, mental health is gonna be huge. You could talk about it anywhere, but stuff like that can always help you, help the next person, help what you got going on. Like, another thing I wrote down is just I write that I take notes weird. I say reach out, but what I mean is reach out to old friends that you kind of like grew distance. Reach out to like I'm not gonna say old family members. They always are family members, but reach out to family members you kind of like grew distance from. Like, just reach out to people. You understand? Like, if you're feeling lonely, or you feel like you're gonna end up feeling lonely, like you get into that state again where it's getting deeper and deeper, just reach out. Quick text. Hey, what's up, man? Long time no talk. How you been? Boom, you're distracted.
that was a long time no see.
Long time no see. I don't know. I say long time no talk, and people just text. They just texting, man.
They're like, this the main reason why we don't fucking talk.
But
You hit them with that dumb shit.
no, they look at the text like, you stupid fat motherfucker.
Left you on fucking red.
I'm like, damn, my bad, cuz. But nah, man, it's stuff like that, man. A long time no see. Like, go to the next guy. Long time no see. Somebody you was real close with in school, y'all not too close no more. Hey, man, what's up? I see you got a family now. You know, how you been? How's the dad life? Shit like that. Like,
I mean, bro, go into what you call it, like Wawa 7-Eleven. Go late at night. There's always a cashier that want to talk to you.
oh yeah, you could do that too, man. If it gets too severe that you need to go out there and talk to cashiers.
Now, if it gets too severe, just call the hotline.
The hop. Fuck, they want to go around hopping like a bunny.
The hotline, the prevention lines, you know.
Nah, fuck that. If it gets too severe, subscribe to the channel. Hit us up, man. Got you. Go ahead. Hit the email.
But if it's like around this time of
we
day,
got the IG. What else we got in that, John? We got
TikTok,
fucking TikTok. We got
Facebook.
the fucking Facebook on there.
I will give you
I'm
my
about
address,
to put
but
I'm about to put his phone
phone
number on there. Y'all go hit him up on
I
that,
ain't
John.
doing that.
Man, nah, I'm just playing, but like, man, we got so
DM
much shit
me
on there.
any
Like,
of my
yeah,
my
just
socials.
DM us, man. You want to fucking talk? You feel alone? I'm here.
Yeah,
I'm
hit us
here.
up,
You want to be on the
man.
next fucking episode? Right here.
Even
Like,
if you want,
you're
hit
gonna
us up,
sit
say,
right here on the floor.
How's your day? Hey, we're gonna get a whole conversation. It's gonna feel like
Yeah.
you're talking to AI because we're going back and forth.
For real, for real, man. Like we're here to help, man. That's what it is. We're here to help. We want to put smiles on there. We want to change your mental health, man. We want to change it off the path that it's on. We want to take it and make it normal. We want to make it clear.
Change the directory.
We want to make it more clean, so to say.
More eco-friendly.
Yeah, eco-friendly. Whatever the fuck this guy's talking about. But that's what we want to do, man. You know, just hit us up. And that just, I mean, if you really, really need to speak to somebody, hit us up. If you don't feel comfortable speaking to people you already know, hit us up. Like, I'm gonna keep saying that. You can always hit us up for anything. It don't really matter.
Trying to pick this up because look, that's for you guys. Salud.
Now drink it.
Nah, I'll put on your ass and shave it.
What the fuck?
It's wax.
All right. So yeah, man. I mean, feel like we said a lot, guys. It's getting kind of late for us here, and
Oh, I got something to lead the window. I want to say my little quote.
he got something for you guys, man.
Yeah, buddy. The Cavs are here. The Cavs are here. All right, so look, I got right here for you guys. Right, for everybody out there is life is so much better when you begin to let go of certain people, relationships, and situations, all to better your mental health and follow the path God wanted you on all along. I'm telling you right now, keep going. Appreciate y'all. Stay blessed up.
That's tough. That's tough, man. I want to leave you guys with something, man. That definitely related to the episode. Want to leave, like always, I try to leave you guys with something to think about. But something simple for you guys, man. I just want to let you know, like, if you feeling alone, all jokes aside, if you feeling alone, you're not alone. You're never alone. There's people out there that really cares. There's people out there that really, truly wants to see you happy. And there's people out there that's willing to help you if you need the help. Just understand that. If you feel alone, you're not alone. Always know
Mm-hmm.
that. Always feel that. Always understand that. Um, Again, lonely stars still shine. Makes no
Damn,
difference.
yeah.
Thank you guys.